Peace. Hello, soul family. I love you all. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. My name's Jeremiah, and you're tuning into Secrets of the Sacred Serpent, where we discuss all things spirituality and the occult. I'm just coming on today to kind of check in with everybody and see how everyone's been doing after the Great Conjunction and Winter Solstice a couple of days ago. I know there was a lot of people out in the world that were expecting a lot of grand things, and we've seen this cycle over and over again throughout time, where people keep saying, oh, that was beautiful. That bird just flew right in front of us. But people would say the world is going to end and these great big events are going to happen on certain dates, and usually there's a little bit of truth in it, but it always gets exaggerated out into a lot of crazy stuff. Like this year it was all white people were gonna die, and the sun was gonna go out for 3 days, and that everybody's gonna be getting superpowers, or we were moving into 5D, some sort of a big rapture event, or where the Anunnaki came back. I mean, there was just literally so many stories being taught as facts. And now it seems like it's kind of backfired on the people that were saying this, because a lot of these people that were spreading this misinformation were swearing by it, guaranteeing it was going to happen. And that really put a bad eye on people that are within the spiritual community that are making videos and teaching spiritual information, because a lot of them will have really, really good information, but then turn around and they'll give you some crazy stuff like this, and then when the day comes by and all this stuff doesn't happen, and then it really looks bad upon the entire community. But one thing that I definitely noticed during this Great Conjunction, and we're moving into the new age, the age of Aquarius, age of consciousness, the mind, the air element connecting with consciousness, and the sun right now and Mars are both in Aries, which is a fire sign of course. Pretty sure Mars is home in Aries, and it's a very aggressive energy. And with us moving into the age of consciousness and stuff like that, I've seen so much toxicity that began on the day of the Great Conjunction. It's really funny, because even myself, I had a blissful day for 99% of the entire Great Conjunction, and I was practicing all my sadhanas, or daily spiritual practices, meditation, doing dharana practices, pranayama, pratyahara, just different forms of yoga and meditation, and connecting with my breath, the pranayama, and of course out here connecting with nature, which is where we all need to be, connecting back to the Great Mother. But wow, some of the stuff that came out through this aggressive fiery energy of Mars in Aries and stuff is people are going to attack you. And this is something that you see said throughout all religions and spiritual traditions, that when you are truly following a spiritual path and you're really working on yourself and you're taking care of your health, eating healthily, exercising, doing yogic practices, meditation, having your daily sadhanas, all your spiritual practices that you're doing daily, and you're doing the great work, you're performing your rituals, connecting with deities, connecting with yourself more than anything, and connecting to your personal daemon, or your true inner divinity. But the more that you are walking these paths, no matter which one it is, that people have said throughout history that you are going to be hated. People are going to judge you, and the fact that you're actually changing and that they can see the light that resides within you, they are going to come with every little bitty thing that they can. Any person that's had grudges against you from when you were a completely different person before you became spiritually awakened, these people will use that and you really know who has been working on themselves spiritually, because when people who you don't even know And people that, you haven't seen in 20 some odd years or something like that, start talking horribly about you as if you were even the same person 20 years ago, um, a lot of the rumors and stuff that I had go around had a lot to do with my addictions that I had when I was younger, and the fact that, me hiding all my trauma and not doing all the shadow work that I needed to be doing, and hiding everything, masking everything with drugs and substances, and never really dealing with the true problems that I dealt with coming up. I was crazy. I was at times violent. I was an addict, so I would do some things that people just normally would never do to get their addiction. And I'm so grateful that the spirit within me awoke, and now I'm looking back at it, and the worst feelings that I'm having right now is doing cleanses and detoxes and stuff from the physical body, and not having to deal with chasing after substances in order to feel fulfilled. You can, as we like to say within the spiritual community, get high on your own supply. So you were given all of the endocannabinoids within your body. You're given DMT within your body. There's many other endorphins and chemicals within your body that ends up being not active whenever you are using other substances to kind of mediate for what your body is supposed to be doing. And once you actually start to cleanse your body and purify your temple, you will get to a point where your body just naturally produces these chemicals, and you stay in a natural state of bliss without having to have some external source of or substance, entheogen, in order to make you feel states of bliss and ecstasy and pure joy. Truly, when you get away from all those substances, that's when you are able to feel joy. I remember when I was addicted to opiates, it was horrifying, and I didn't even realize how bad that it affected me until I quit using them. And I will say it definitely does something to damper your light and to damper your spirit with opiates. It like stills your soul, because literally a lot of people use those things to mask physical pain, or a lot of other people using it for emotional pain. And what actually happens here is it don't just dull the emotional pain, it dulls it all. So when I came off of opiates, I was crying at the craziest TV shows or songs I would hear that would make me emotional. And still to this day, I'm looking years and years later, and I'm still having these experiences where I get chill bumps at like every song that emotionally touches me, or seeing TV shows where something super emotional happened. It makes me tear up and cry. And these are states of even those times when you're experiencing the tears and you're experiencing these strong emotions, those you don't have when you're on those other substances. And I'm just looking back and I'm giving gratitude. The people who are throwing hatred my way, I understand the truth that they really aren't working on themselves spiritually, and otherwise they would never spew so much hatred, and for no reason either. I'm such a good person. I mean, and this isn't just sounding egotistical, like I do so much charity work, and I don't do any of the crazy stuff I did when I was younger, when I was addicted to drugs and stuff. I live a blissful life, practicing meditation and yoga, doing my spiritual practices, my rituals, and my connection with the deities that I'm connected to, my connection to the universe. And I forgive them. I truly forgive everyone who was talking within the post or whatever, saying negative things about me, because like I said, throughout my life, I've rubbed a lot of people the wrong way and pissed people off, and I'm sure there's a lot of people within the world that still hold grudges against me. But the thing is, and the most important thing is, that you forgive yourself for the crazy stuff that you experience through your life, and understand that you truly don't even exist. It's your ego that attaches to the personality and that makes you feel like you need to defend yourself and defend your honor or your reputation or something like that. Being attached to the reputation and status and people's opinion about you. Someone else's opinion about you is none of your business. And that's why I think that social media has just gotten so toxic. After I saw this, my girlfriend and I both were just like, you know what, we never use Facebook anyways, except for Messenger to communicate with people. So we both just deleted the app, decided that, and we told our close friends and family, the people that are important within our life, we told them that, you know, if you need to reach us, don't send us any type of posts on Facebook, because we're definitely not going to get that. The place has just become too toxic, and people spew their hatred and their hurt and all the trauma that they've built up in their life and try to project it off onto other people. And, you know, I understand it. I used to do the same thing when I was in active addiction and when I was not working on myself. Of course, everything that was wrong with me was everybody else's problem. You know, it was my family's fault, it was society's fault, and the police, and just everybody. It was everybody else's fault but my own. But once I came into the understanding that I have full control over my life, and you know, the decisions that I've made throughout my life doesn't make me who I am. They literally just are memories of experiences that I've had throughout life. And, you know, you either grow from those experiences or you don't. And that's why deep down I project nothing but love into the universe for, you know, these people that spew hatred towards me, because, you know, to hold a grudge would only hurt me. So for people to talk badly about me, and for me to take that opinion that they have of me and to allow it to get me emotionally involved and to allow me to stray from my path, because this is what I was talking about religion, saying that you will be persecuted within Christianity and Judaism. There's many times that it's said that you will be persecuted for your beliefs. Even many other religions, it's, you know, it's stated throughout the texts and scriptures that when you're doing the right thing, you're doing the great work, you're really improving yourself, you're going to have these obstacles that the universe is going to throw your way. And it's really just the universe testing you to see how grounded you are in your spirituality. Are you allowing yourself to be consumed, you know, thinking that you finally got your ego in check, and then all of a sudden you gain a spiritual ego and you start to believe that you're better than somebody just because you're spiritual, and that they're still consumed by the matrix, consumed by society and politics and famous people and television. And, you know, some people, everybody's at different levels of growth within this world. Most of the people that are consumed by the matrix don't have this understanding that they are a part of the only one consciousness throughout the universe. The all, spirit, source, God, whatever you want to call it. That is who we are. And understanding through Kabbalah, there is the pillar of mercy and severity, force and form. Therefore, there will be times of destruction and despair and pain, but there's always also going to be times of bliss. Make sure that you are focusing on the right energies right now, because not only me, this energy that's present right now in the ethers isn't just happening to me. I have I'm not going to say which tribe members or anything, but I've had a handful of people that I'm very close to dealing with very, very similar situations. And you know, it's kind of interesting to see how many people are projecting right now within the matrix. and trying to harm rather than heal. And, well, I think that's probably going to be it for this video. Just prepare yourselves, though. This year, if you haven't been doing the great work, if you haven't really been working on yourselves, getting healthy, cutting out processed foods and meat if you can, taking the time for meditation, breath work, connecting with nature, doing your rituals, really just expanding your consciousness, growing. Because these type of things that happen in the Matrix, where you feel your emotions get attached and you feel your ego get attached and you feel like your person is being threatened in any manner or something like that, notice and see if it sticks with you. If you let it sit and dwell within your consciousness and drive you crazy, then you may not be as far along on your spiritual growth as you think you are. But if these things come and maybe rub you the wrong way, and because it's definitely you're gonna feel it in your emotions no matter what. You're gonna feel the intensity of an emotion at different levels, though. There's gonna be more extreme examples and then less extreme examples where you'll be able to rate and see exactly how much you've grown and how much you're attached to the ego, how much you're attached to the false self. Going for these people on. But I really think that's probably going to be about it for this video. I just really wanted to come on here and check in with you guys and let you guys know that, yeah, there is a lot of transcendental things happening. I had one of the most beautiful and blissful experiences with my meditative practices, practicing dharana, and it was a blissful experience. And then I had that crazy stuff happen, and like I said, this duality has been expressing itself hardly. Like I said, we're shifting into the new age, and when we're in the new age, it's going to be a split happening within society. There's going to be those ones that don't work on themselves, who are going to be pushed more and more into despair, and then there's going to be those of us who are really working on ourselves, who are going to receive heaven on earth. I already live in heaven on earth. I love my life. I'm eternally grateful to the universe for allowing me to get to where I am now. It must be that. Yes, absolutely. I agree with you, Shadow Sun, 100%. These people are disconnected from their spirit is what it is. Before I believed that they really just had 0% soul and that there was no way that they can grow. But the further in my path I've grown to realize that every being living here has the spirit of the all within it. But the thing is, unless they consciously connect with that spirit, then they are literally like an automaton. They're like NPCs. They're able to be controlled in the easiest way by society and the news and all kinds of crazy stuff. But I just wanted to come on here and make sure that everybody was prepared, because everybody was looking at this event like it was going to be this majorly blissful event, and that everybody's going to get superpowers and stuff. But this is the reality of how the world really works. And escaping duality is a state of consciousness and not an expression within the objective universe. It's within your subjective universe. And when you go within, that's when you really begin to gain the understanding of who and what you truly are. Because these two eyes out here in your five senses tell you many lies. And when you're attached to the world around you and the people's opinions around you and stuff like that, then, they actually control you, not you. The same way that the news and media controls people. And that's why it's important for us to just continue on our growth and do what we can. If we get emotionally attached to a situation and people really seem to be attacking us or something, take that time and sit down in meditation and ask the question, who am I? Who am I? This person said that I'm this. This person said that I'm that. Am I this? Am I that? Because the truth is, you aren't your job. You aren't your occupation. You aren't even the things that you think that you are spiritually and stuff like that. You are the no thing. You are the universe expressing itself as something, but you really are that no thing that is eternal. And tap into that eternal self. Make sure that you're going within. When you're feeling emotions because of stuff that people are bringing about within your life, make sure that you're questioning, is there a reason why this is really affecting me? Especially if it's a lie. Say, why am I allowing my ego, why am I allowing the false self to dictate how I feel? And find that separation. Go into your I am awareness and separate yourself from this body. Because yes, we need this body as a vehicle to go through this life with and stuff. But if we are only focused on the body, the physical self, the Annamaya Kosha within Hinduism and yoga, that's just one aspect of yourself. And it is the most dense aspect of self, but it's actually the furthest away from what you truly are. But I think that's probably going to be it for this video, you guys. Thank you, Shadow Sun, for coming in and chatting for a minute. I just want to let you guys know the energies I saw present. I haven't been making videos for like a week and a half. I've been doing a lot of cleanses, using some harataki to cleanse out my digestive tract and get my energy back up, and doing a few other protocols to have prepared me for these energies. I'm really glad that I did ahead of time, because yeah, the energies were strong. I felt like I was vibrating most of the day, and then, you know, all the crazy stuff happening and back and forth with things. It was beautiful though. But just make sure that you are observing your sadhanas, your daily spiritual practices, connecting with spirit, connecting with yourself. And this is the time for the great work, people. The 2020 was the foundation for the year of the master. People that are going to be walking the path of self-mastery and really growing spiritually. This was the testing grounds. If you know, whenever a plant is actually growing, the plant begins as a seed. And as that seed begins to sprout, most people think of it as some little slow reaction because it takes so long for the plant to sprout from the seed. But truthfully, if you look at it from a camera's angle underground or something, it's an explosive action. It's literally like exploding. Life is exploding out of that seed and just expanding itself. And it's a very violent and tumultuous thing that's happening within the seed as it's transforming, like the cocoon with the butterfly. And so during these times, that's why it's been such a tough year. You know, everybody has been going through some sort of something during this year. And this is what the year's been preparing us for, is for truly walking the path of self-mastery. Because many of us, even before this year, were super heavy into our spiritual path, but this year came and caught us off guard. And, you know, it really separated the wheat from the tare, and showed who's really doing the great work. Because the people that aren't performing the great work, you can see it in society. They're going crazy, living in complete fear. Oh, they're going to come force vaccinate us and all kinds of craziness. Just be living your truth. You are a sovereign being, and your rights and everything are granted by the universe, not by the government. So just quit fearing them. Start working on yourself. Yep, I think that's going to be it, you guys. I love you guys. I hope everyone has a wonderful day today. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. And I will be making many more videos. Also, oh my goodness, before I end this live stream, I've completely forgot to tell this. Thank you all. I love you guys so very much. And thank you for getting me to 100 subscribers. So I noticed that after the Great Conjunction, my goal was by the end of the year to get 100 subscribers, just simply because the reason that I actually started this page is because I have a handful of coven members that I'm teaching. You know, I teach a lot of different things too, and it's much more difficult to teach one person and then the next person get to that stage in their path and need to learn that part and then have to teach it all right over again. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a YouTube channel. I'm going to just document all this stuff. And then when everybody within my coven gets to the stage that they need to be at that point, I can be like, boom, here's the link. They can watch it. And after I started making some videos for my coven mates, they had shared a couple of them, and it really just grew over the past 2 months from 6 people to 100 now. So thank you guys so very much for subscribing and tuning in. I'll definitely be putting in many more videos here to come. Like I said, this past week I just really slowed down to focus on myself, work on my spiritual path, connect with my loved ones, and just really enjoy life, because that's what it's all about, right? If you're not enjoying yourself, you're not having experiences, making those connections with your loved ones, the reflections of the divine that are all around you, definitely do that. Y'all love your family, love your tribe, connect with nature, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for coming and checking out the live stream. I love y'all. Peace.